Since the yellow pages don't really exist anymore, how will you choose an attorney if you ever need one? Who knows what you'll get if you just Google lawyer? And once you make a phone call, does that mean you instantly have a relationship with your attorney? Every Friday, attorney Phil Harding joins us from Harding & Associates to answer these legal questions for you. And before we get into the whole attorney-client privilege, let's talk about your background, Phil, because I want people to know why you are our expert on Colorado's best. How long have you been practicing now?
21 years.
21.
My license is old enough to go to a bar, I guess.
Exactly. And I'm just going to go through a couple of these things because you've been named a top 100 trial attorney now for 4 years in a row.
That's right.
Yeah, and that's in the country. So that's
it's the top 100 here in Colorado.
Okay, sorry. All right, you were named a 5280 super lawyer. What is a super lawyer?
Oh, you know how they go through the magazine, they list in different areas super lawyers and give them the criteria and so forth, so I've been named the super lawyer as well. All
right. Now, also, when we had the Aurora shootings, just a horrific time, you know, everyone in the country was here covering that. USA Today was quoting you. They interviewed you as an expert.
Right, so. In the Premise Liability Act, that's correct. They called me up. I've tried cases in that area.
Yeah.
And because of that case and other cases, I've been elected to what's known as the $1 Million Advocates Forum, which means I've tried cases and have gotten 7-figure verdicts on numerous occasions.
Yeah, you clearly know what you're doing, and we're glad you're here on Colorado's Best. A lot of people either send you emails or texts, or they call us, they have questions, and a lot of people ask about that attorney-client privilege. What does that mean exactly?
Well, the attorney-client privilege is one of the strongest bonds that happens there. And what happens in that is anything that you tell an attorney, they cannot disclose, and there's only a few exceptions to that. And let me give you one exception. If you say you're going to go and commit a crime, the attorney has a duty, obviously, to prevent that and talk you out of it.
Right.
If not, they need to prevent that taking place. But anything you tell an attorney will not be disclosed, and you need to tell the attorney everything that's going on, and that's very important.
So even the bad stuff, you know, you don't want to keep any of that.
You know,
I would think most of us would want to put out the good stuff, but kind of keep the bad stuff to ourselves.
Just like the movie, you want to tell them the good, bad, and the ugly on what's going on, and there's a reason why you tell that. Is if you don't disclose everything, let's say you're in an automobile accident and you're bringing a lawsuit, and you don't tell the attorney, you know, I had an accident 7 years ago. I guarantee you that will come out at the worst possible time. And think about this. We all hear about Big Brother and we're worried about Big Brother, but the insurance company is the biggest of Big Brothers. They have reports that every time that you've presented a claim, whether it's a small rear ender or whatever, it is there. So if you go to trial, even though, you know, there's a deposition that takes place before trial, and if opposing counsel doesn't talk to you about that, I can guarantee you that during trial he will bring it up and you will not know what to say. Now, if you would have already told your attorney, hey, I had this accident, it's not relevant because it hurt my upper neck, not my knee. And the attorney in an opening statement can just start off easily and say, you know, this case is about a knee injury. The other side is going to smear everything that they can and talk about a previous accident, has nothing to do with it. So if it can be diffused at the beginning. If
you have the heads up, you have the advantage.
Absolutely.
Of course, I see that. Now, let's say you're my attorney. Is there anything that would break that attorney-client privilege, break that bond?
Now, that's an excellent question. What happens is the attorney-client privilege is between you and the attorney. If you bring someone else in the conference room with you and they're not your attorney, for example, a neighbor, a friend, a good attorney, when he's doing a deposition of you, is going to ask who was in the room when you were meeting with your attorney. If there's someone who's not the client or not your spouse, then you've just blown the attorney-client privilege.
Really? So if I have my sister in there for moral support or something, that can break that?
In most cases, yes, it can. And so a good attorney is going to ask the opposing counsel, all right, I'm not going to get into what you spoke with your attorney, but I want to know who was there.
Who was
when
there?
was the meeting? How long did it go for? Now, opposing counsel, less experienced people are going to be objecting to that, but still, you're allowed, when you're doing defense, to look into that information.
All right, now you've got some good tips here for looking for hiring an attorney. Let's go through these.
Sure. First of all, let's talk a little bit. When you hire an attorney, even if someone isn't the best, but you can communicate well with them, that's more important. Also, make sure that the person who's handling it is the attorney that's going to be handling your case, not a paralegal or the like. go to an attorney that specializes in what you need. Don't go to a contract lawyer for personal injury or the like.
Sure.
Stay away from attorneys that want you to sign this fee agreement immediately or give you any high pressure. Also, anyone that says that they can settle your case quickly doesn't know what they're talking
Run,
about.
right?
Run.
Run as fast as you can. All right, this is good stuff, Phil. Now, if you have any legal questions for Phil, he wants to hear from you. You can go to our website, coloradosbest.tv, look for his photo, and click on that. You can submit your own legal questions. He takes the time to answer them all personally, and he might even address them right here on Colorado's Best. And if you would like to contact Phil at his office, Harding & Associates, here's the number, 303-762-9500. You can also go online to hlaw.org. We'll still have